Trump's spokeswoman was just asked about his disturbing pardon tweet. Her response is infuriating. White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders did her best to evade the question. It was asked in multiple forms by different correspondents and none of them could get a straight answer from Sanders. Would President Trump ever actually grant himself a pardon? Thankfully, the president hasn't done anything wrong and wouldn't have any need for a pardon, Sanders replied. The first journalist tried to get a better answer, asking whether the president would absolutely rule out ever issuing a pardon for himself. It was a futile attempt. Once again, thankfully the president hasn't done anything wrong and therefore wouldn't need one, she repeated. While the White House press secretary displays more sense with her answer than either Trump or his lawyers have with their raising of the issue in the first place, Sanders, by denying that the president would ever need to pardon himself, does not answer the question as to whether he actually would do so. A few questions went by in the briefing, touching on everything from EPA head Scott Pruitt's most recent scandal to trade issues before another journalist makes an attempt to revisit the question from a different perspective. Does the president believe that he is above the law? He directly queried. Sanders replied, certainly not, the president hasn't done anything wrong and, before the reporter interrupted to clarify his question. The question wasn't whether he has done anything wrong, I guess the question is, does the president believe the framers envisioned a system where the president could pardon himself, where the president could be above the law? Certainly the Constitution very clearly lays out the law, and once again the president hasn't done anything wrong and we feel very comfortable in that front, Sanders parried. Yeah, but you just a moment ago you said that it's not that clear, so simply put, does the president believe that he is above the law? Certainly, no one is above the law, Sanders finally answered, still evading the question of what Trump himself thinks. The journalist, knowing that he still hadn't received a proper answer to his question, persisted in attempting to get Sanders to do so, but she ignored his entreaties and went on to the next question. As reporters repeatedly brought up the issue of pardons, but Sanders repeated her mantra each time. The president has done nothing wrong. The president has done nothing wrong. The president has done nothing wrong. In the world of magical thinking, repeating something often enough makes it true. In the real world, denial and a refusal to say unequivocally that the president would never attempt to pardon himself, that he doesn't truly believe that he's above the law while he acts as if he is, and his lawyers essentially make that claim, just makes him appear all the more like he has something to hide and that Mueller is closing in and raising the heat.